Alright guys, the ban list is here, and I didn't really plan on making like a ban list discussion type video. I just wanted to make deck profiles, but this isn't going to be just like a normal ban list reaction slash review. I already looked at it. I've made 3 videos since it dropped. But what I'm going to do is go through this list and kind of I tell you guys what got hit if you don't know, and talk about the decks that I now want to make profiles for and gauge your interest, as well as open the window of discussion on what other decks you think could be played and you would like to see me hit the lab and workshop a list for. And so to get right into it, Protoss got banned. And so for me, as someone that wants to playtest new strategies, what this does for me is I want to look at new ways to play Sword Soul now. I was talking to my buddy Casey. You guys have probably seen him on the channel if you've been here for a while. And he really likes the Helki Fibrax build of this deck. And spoiler alert, Emergency Teleport also came to 3. And so we were talking about working on a list for that where you make Helki Fibrax, you go into Auroradon, you do like that big combo. I posted a list on it if you haven't seen it already. But it gives you a new like auto win con since Protoss is gone. And I want to work on a list for that. So that's one list. Do I have that written down? Let me write it down if not. Helk Sword Soul. Boom. And Eclipse, oh, not Eclipse Wyvern. I thought I saw Eclipse Wyvern for a second. I was about to geek. I love that card. But Eva's banned, so we need to find new ways to play Drytron. And I think the wave right now, to me, if you want to play Drytron, is the Auroradon combo also. It's a different combo in that deck. In that deck, you make Beatrice, and now you're not going to be able to send Eva anyways, but you send a Floodgate, and then you bring it back off of Auroradon's effect to Tribute 3 to set a trap from Grave. The problem is, though, Order just got hit. Spoiler alert again, when you scroll down, Imperial Order's gone. So, I don't know what Floodgate you main deck anymore that will be able to just, like, hurt every deck. Yeah, like, I can't really think of anything. My thoughts are, like, there's Skill Drain, which, spoiler alert again, came to 3 now, but that doesn't hose every deck. So, it's more so like a side deck one. I don't know. Maybe there's like some ritual specific card that's really strong. I'm not sure though. Um yeah, so if you guys have ideas on what like the most powerful trap is, let me know. Maybe Summon Limit could be a really strong one that I could set off Auroradon in the Drytron deck. And once I figure that out, I'll have a Drytron list out for you guys. Keep scrolling. Samorg Bird of Sovereignty got hit, completely banned, and also Imperial Order. So Order, not much to talk about there. It's not going to change much. I mean, the card doesn't exist, so that's good, but there's not any new decks I want to try because it's gone. Everything else is playable still, because it's like, Order's a one-of. You are going to lose to it sometimes, but your spell decks are still like competent decks. But Samorg being gone, almost like, I'm trying to think if there's a way to even justify playing the Bird Engine anymore, or if you just play like pure Tri-Brigade. Or if you just like play pure Bird. Like maybe you don't play Bird up anymore. I don't really know. I guess like the birds could be link fodder. And as we go down, I'm gonna just spoiler alert again. Recital also got hit to 1. So the Bird Engine isn't even like giving you a F0 for free anymore. You have to like actually commit resources now. Cause say you open the play, right, where you go summon Warbler, summon Cobalt. Cobalt will search the Sapphire. Now you have to have another Wing Beast in hand to summon with that Sapphire. Or not, you don't have to. Never mind, I'm dumb. You go into the first, the Recital, your only Recital. You use the effect, you search your Nerval. And now you're going to special the Swallow and the Nerval. And then you can go into a second rank 1. But now you can't go into the second Recital to get a search for, like, the barrel for follow-up. Now you're just, like, making something that's going to get tossed under the F0. Like, the card you summon's not going to really do anything. I could look into rank 1s that provide value. If there's any rank 1 you can like detach to get value or get value on summon, maybe the deck's not dead. So that's actually an idea to look into. And I wouldn't have had it if I didn't sit down and do this little discussion type thing. So thank you guys for watching and giving me the opportunity to sit here and think out loud. But if you know any rank 1s that are good, let me know. And Order, we already talked about that. That's gone. The limited in the monster section is kind of big, actually, for me. The Astrograph Sorcerer, this is weird because it seems broken. That card was insane. If you guys don't remember what it does, it's something along the lines of when it's in your hand, if a monster in the pendulum zone is destroyed, you can special it, and then when it's specialed, I believe you target like a face-up pendulum in your extra deck and then search a card of the same name. And this card was searchable and recyclable off of the Electromite. The main play was like, you summon Electromite, you put Astrograph from deck to the top of your deck, and then you'll pop one of your pendulums to add Astrograph back, and on resolution, a pendulum had just been destroyed, so now you get to special it, search, and just like combo off from there. But nowadays, we don't have the easy search and recursion ability of the Astrograph, so I don't know if there's a way to search it. I think that there's the rank 4 that can search it, the like time something whatever, you like search a dark spellcaster that the deck plays sometimes. And if you guys know the name of that, comment it, because I forget the name, but I know the card I'm talking about. But you could probably search it off that. But then you need to have ways to destroy your scales that are also beneficial. So some examples, maybe Wavering Eyes, actually, because you can activate Wavering Eyes, destroy 2 to search Astrograph, and then resolve Astrograph. You could play Luster Pendulum. It's kind of hard to think of other cards that pop and give value. The Luster's pretty strong, honestly. There's the Performapal engine with what's its name? You know what I'm talking about. It came out in Bosch, Secret Rare. I'm gonna just look it up on Wikipedia right now. Performapal Pendulum Sorcerer, I think. And that card is searchable through like a lot of means. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I will find this card. Dang, I got hit with an F. Fuck it. It's Performapal Pendulum Sorcerer, I'm pretty sure. You destroy 2, search 2 like Performapal cards. That could be a cool way to get value out of destroying your scales. And there's also scales that give value when destroyed. Like we have 3 double Iris Magician now, I believe, which searches the trap. So you could like hypothetically pop that somehow, search a trap, and then special the Astrograph, search another double Iris, and that could be neat. That could be neat. So now that I'm talking about it out loud, I think there's definitely some room for innovation within the pendulum strategy, and this could be big for them. But there's also a chance that it's not very impactful, but we will see with time, and I will see with testing. And then we have Destrudo. I am very excited for this. I've been playing Dragon decks for a while now on DB. Like, I love the 60 card Danger Thunder Dragon, like, Dragon Link pile, and this is a really good card in a deck like that because you could send it off Ravine, you can mill it off Chaos Ruler. Level 7 synchros are like a very strong synchro pool. Worst case scenario, you're just making like a Dawn Dragster for a spell trap negate. Best case, maybe we're doing like some crazy shenanigans with the one card, the Power Tool that searches equip spells. My boy Casey again, we were talking about that. We were talking about working together on making a sick Dark Warrior list, and I cannot wait to bring you guys that. That deck is going to be crazy, dude. Like, oh my god. Armageddon Knight resolving is just like full combo again. And Armageddon Knight's at 1, but the Sold is in the extra deck. So any 2 warriors in the game equal Armageddon Knight. And then that equals Destrudo Engrave, which equals any level 7 synchro, which it goes crazy, guys. Believe me here, this card is going to be impactful as fuck. It's insane. And then this, another one I am stoked for, Fairy Tale Snow. I want to work on a list for this in particular in the Dragon Link like Thunder combination, but I want it to be more danger centric now because the dangers give you a dark monster on field that is not Dragon or Thunder. And so what that's going to allow me to do is to make Curious the Lightsworn Link and just send Snow straight from deck to grave and then mill 3. Because I think that's the best way that I can think of off the top of my head to have guaranteed access to Snow, especially in a 60 card deck. Like, it's not really searchable. There's a normal summon that searches it actually in its archetype, but I'm not really trying to waste my normal summon on a subpar card to search Snow that doesn't do anything in hand. I'd rather get it to grave, and the Curious lets me get it to grave with a mill 3, and it takes 3 monsters to make the Curious, so that's 6 cards in grave guaranteed. And then there's the Curious worst case. So like my Snow is live instantly off that, no matter what else I had. And then you also still have access to Chaos Ruler. So I'm gonna like maybe I'll mill a router off that, and then I'll get to search Tracer, and then I'll get to like make the Chaos Ruler also. Then I'll mill another 5 before I make Appaloosa, and my snow is. This is gonna be crazy. That's the list that I'm most excited to work on. And oh god, dude, it's gonna be so fun. I've been playing Master Duel with Snow, and I love Snow, dude. This card is cracked. And yeah, so I can't wait to get to work on that one. But we also have Lunalight Tiger. I've been talking to my boy Alex on Facebook recently. Like, I was texting him probably 5, 10, 15 minutes ago before making this video. And my boy Dylan. Shout out Dylan. He's got a YouTube channel, Buys Regret, if you want to check him out. But we were talking about Lunalight also. Like, Tiger to 1 could be huge. And Dylan in particular mentioned Tri-Brigade with the Lunalights. And so at first I was thinking I don't know where the synergy actually is. And the more I think about it, like, so Fractal only sends 3 or lower, so it doesn't send a Lunalight. So it doesn't work as an extender in that sense. But if you do like a basic Tri-Brigade play, right, where you go like summon, banish 4 for Shurig, and then link away the Shurig, you're able to search Tiger. And so that's very meaningful, the fact that Tiger can be searched through that, because Tanky's at 1, and the archetype has its own Tanky-esque card. It's a Monster Reborn, actually, that banishes from grave to search. So we're going to have a lot of ways to access Tiger already. But the cards do search and then discard, so that could make the Nerval discard like insane. Pitch Nerval, search Fractal after having searched the Lunalight Tiger or the Kaleido Chick or whatever you're missing. So I'm for sure with Alex going to have like a pure Lunalight deck profile on this channel. And then Dylan and I will probably come up with a cool Tri-Brigade version too. And I'm excited to work on the Tri-Brigade version just because I inherently don't see how it's going to work. Which means when I figure out how to make it work, I'm going to learn something new. Whereas the pure version, I'm pretty sure is just going to work. Like, that deck seems insane right now. And I'm really excited to see what Alex has been working on it and how, like, consistent it's going to be and what the end board's going to be. And then we covered Recital Starling already. This card is, like, pretty weird that it got hit to me along with some Morg. But those hits do, like, really, really check the deck. It makes me think that Bird Up just might not be playable anymore. And I'm excited to mess with it, though, to let you guys know for real if I believe it's unplayable. Or if it's just like an opinion now, but after I test it, maybe it's still good. And then Monster Gate and Pot of Desires were 2 weird ones to me. I think that these might have been because of Snow, to be honest. Like, I don't really see why we're doing this to Desires. Maybe just because decks play it. But the Monster Gate, it kind of sucks to see that card go. That's a really strong mill card. And, like, I don't know. It hasn't done anything. And the only reason I could see them hitting it is Snow. Maybe they're afraid of mill decks. But, like, I don't... Let us see if it does something first, I guess. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. But maybe they know best. I don't know. Then, that's everything for the limited section. The semi-limited, A Hero Lives goes to 2, but Fusion Destiny also goes to 2. So, the interesting thing about that is that we still have Anaconda. So, the decks that were playing Fusion Destiny are probably still just playing Fusion Destiny, but you're less likely to draw the Fusion Destiny. So now, like, if you can't make Anaconda... Oh, sorry, gotta get comfy. If you can't make Anaconda, then you have 2 Fusion Destiny and 2 bricks in your deck. And that's, like, a little more fair, I guess. Like, it's a very powerful card, but now you're playing a lot of Garnets for not that many starters. Nadir Servant also got semi-limited, which is kind of sick. The Fusion Destiny and the Nadir Servant check is going to make the Invoke strategy just a little less consistent. And I'm all here for that. Sailman Great Circle went to 2. That's a pretty good buff for the Salad deck. I think it's the best card they could have gotten back. I actually already posted my list on that because the deck was kind of easy to make a list for. It doesn't really change much. You just add in the Circle. And Circle's really good in that deck because if they would have given us an additional copy of Gazelle once you access it, it's already recyclable via the, what's it called? The Sunlight Wolf. But when you get Circle, Sunlight Wolf can not only add back the Gazelle that Circle searches, but it can also add back the Circle. So I think the added utility of now having another Salamangreat card that we can add from grave to hand is just very powerful. And then Scapegoat went to 2. I posted an Eldritch list, and I'll be honest, I kind of overlooked the 2 Scapegoat. I think in a trap deck, 2 Scapegoat could be insane. Like this, I don't think I've written it down yet, so I'm going to write it down. Oh, I did write it down actually. I want to do a Sky Striker list with double Scapegoat. Back in the day when, I think when Striker came out, we had either 2 or 3 Scapegoat, and that was a thing. You just set Scapegoat, do your plays, pass, end phase Shizuku search, and then on their end phase, you flip the Scapegoat, and then on your turn, you just like turn the tokens into like Link Spider, go into a Nightmare Phoenix, pop a card, turn the Phoenix and a token into a Unicorn, spin a card. But we didn't have access code yet then. But now then we could make you use Link Karibo, not Link Spider. And then you would bring the Link Karibo back by tributing and then turn the Link Karibo and the Unicorn into access code. And so it's a 1-card access code. It could be a 1-card Appaloosa for like 3, and it also like is making nightmares and interrupting the board. So in a deck like Striker, that could be the type of card that they need, especially with the Fusion Destiny hit. The engine is going to be a little less consistent, and it also makes the Fusion Destiny stuff. So you could make like 2 of the tokens into Link Karibos, turn those Link Karibos into Anaconda, send Fusion Destiny. And so I think Scapegoat might just like fill the gaps in some of the decks that were playing like the 3 Fusion Destiny or the Nadirs. Like, you can now just try this power spell that if you can guarantee you're going to live 1 turn, this spell is going to, like, work wonders. So, I'm excited to see if it has a presence in the meta. And then the no longer on list, we got 3 Nessie now, which I'm pretty excited for. I love the dangers. This could be a reason to check desires, too. Like, if they want to give us more dangers, maybe they just want to, like, be wary of what draw cards are allowed in the format and not. And then we got 3 Skullcrabat Joker, which, like I was saying with Pendulum, they have Astrograph Sorcerer now, and if Skullcrabat Joker can search the ways to pop cards, which I believe it can, it could search Performapal Pendulum Sorcerer, I think. So this card could be a staple 3 of in the deck. I kind of want to look up the price because I have a lot of that card. And then there's the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This went to 3. It's got an errata, and I don't think it's that great anymore. You only really play it if you're playing the baby dragon that searches it and you're playing Dragon Link. And in that deck, it's like fine, but I don't think I want to play multiple. Maybe I'd consider 2, but I don't think that I would be playing 3 at all. But maybe my opinion on that will change as time goes. So we'll see on that one. E-Telly, the main thing with this is that it's like a tuner extender for a lot of decks. And it can be levels 1 through 3, I think. It also could summon the, there's an Assault Mode card that's like insane with E-Telly that it, by itself, I made a video about it. It's like 4 interruptions with a Shen. Like, the card is insane. And so, with E-Telly at 3, that becomes a lot more, like, viable. It also, I was saying earlier, with the Helki Fibrex build of Sword Soul, it makes that more viable, because you could summon out Gamma or Ghost Ogre. The Raigeki at 3 is not that relevant, to be honest. I don't think that we're really playing Raigeki. It's cool that it went from limited to unlimited real quick. If we start seeing formats without Omni Negates and it's just like advantage cards on board, that could be good. Like, Raigeki trades really well with an Appaloosa. Like, back in Zoo format, it trades really well with cards like Dryden. But right now, it doesn't really trade well with big negate boards. The Tri-Brigade strategy, though, just got their Omni Negate taken away when they lost Samorg. So maybe this could be good against them, but it also doesn't really trade very well with DPE. So overall, so far, I don't think Raigeki is going to be very high impact at all, but as time goes, there might be matchups where you would want to main or side deck that card in. And then last but not least at all is Skill Drain. Skill Drain at 3 is like really cool. My first thought was, of course, Draco. A deck like Striker can also utilize the Skill Drain, but not to like nearly the extent because their effects on field do kind of matter. But the thing with them is that they can turn it off with Area 0 and Multi-Roll. I don't know what those cards are at on the list, but I'm looking at the list so I can check. I believe Multi-Roll's at 1. And then Area 0 is for sure at 3. Yeah, multi-rolls at 1. So with terraforming 1 multi-roll and 3 area 0, that's 5 ways you could pop your own skill drain on your turn to actually get to play after having blocked them from playing for a turn. So I think skill drain could be very interesting in that deck. It also guarantees you'll stay alive, and I want to try scapegoat in the deck. So you could like skill drain them, then pop your skill drain after scapegoating and like kill them on the turn. So that could be really sick. And so I hope that this list, not this list, but like this little review and discussion I did was as beneficial for you guys as it is for me. And like I said, please use like the comment section almost like a forum to discuss the ideas that you have for the new list. That way I can be a part of the discussion. Like I would love to talk to you guys about this kind of stuff. And then also use your input when I'm creating decks to put out the profiles for you guys to kind of like showcase the knowledge that we accumulate together on the format. So yeah, like I hope this provided some sort of value to you guys. It provided value to me, and I will see you next time.